Silicon Valley actually defined the issue of women in tech, which is not the pipeline issue. It's not we need more women at the bottom, we need more women at the tops of the industry, hence women on it as well. So we need more women on it, on these positions at the top of the industry, to have more role models. Why do you think there is such a discouragement of women making their career?
Well, unfortunately, I really think that a very big role is played by societies which are still kind of believing in a myth that women should stay at home, take care of their kids. And unfortunately, it still exists, this myth that women should really be the ones that are cooking dinner and making the dishes. And many of you would say, oh, come on, this is not true anymore, but this still exists. Even obviously it has changed, but it's very often seen as no, young women shouldn't study computer science, they should rather study, I don't know, literature. Very often it says, well, maybe even don't study, go stay at home with your husband. So unfortunately, big part of society today still thinks this way, and we need years to overcome those obstacles.
What makes Silicon Valley so unique in terms of innovation?
Things will shift, things will change, but Silicon Valley, in my opinion, will keep the thought of new technology. In my opinion, the innovation in Silicon Valley for the last few years for sure will stay there. Today, as you mentioned, it's innovation day. For sure, we need to think about sustainable innovation, about economies that will be sustainable, about developments that will be sustainable. I'm sure that Silicon Valley will go this direction. The new technology development in Silicon Valley, I'm sure, will go towards sustainability and sustainable development.
As a career woman, how do you move forward when somebody is telling you that your idea won't work?
This is connected to feedback. And in my opinion, this is one of the hardest things, really. First of all, to receive the feedback. And second of all, to know what to do with this feedback, because we all work on certain ideas. And obviously, not every idea will be perfect. Not every idea will work, exactly as you say here. It is really very important to ask for a feedback, and it's actually also hard to, because people very often don't want to give this feedback. This is a very, very important skill, to take this feedback, to understand it, and to think about it, and to really do something about it. And we might decide, maybe this person is right, maybe I should think about my product or about my idea in a different way. Maybe I need to implement the feedback, maybe try to get more out of this feedback. Why my idea doesn't work? What is wrong with this idea? So if you are able to get more of that feedback, that would be even better. So this kind of negative feedback is really, it has huge value. And to take this feedback without feeling, oh, I'm terrible, I can't do anything, without being this negative about yourself, the key is don't feel awful. Think about it. Okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong, or maybe not, maybe I'm right, maybe I know, and I will proceed further and see what happens. So taking feedback is a huge skill, and giving feedback also. So even if you get a negative feedback, never be, okay, I'm done, I can't go ahead anymore. Go ahead more. Don't be scared of negative feedback. It's a huge value, because maybe you will understand.
Is Silicon Valley a center with better innovation, or just a big network with big money?
Silicon Valley is innovative, and it's innovation, and you would say why? Well, because there is this big network. And why there is a big network? Because there is also a big money and innovation. So it kind of all works like a perfect clock, or like a clock, maybe not perfect always. Even though I really like Silicon Valley, I live there, but I'm far from saying that it's perfect, but it does work. People come to Silicon Valley for a reason. Also for a reason, as you mentioned here, because there is big money in Silicon Valley. So for that reason also, because there is big tech in Silicon Valley, because the investors are there, because you can meet really very interesting people there.